What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Cargo, and as you can see, I'm playing some Resistance 3 in the background. It's a good game still. But anyways, I finally got some pistol gameplay. I said in a video like 5 or 6 months ago, I was like, yeah man, the pistol's so fun. Like, I'll get some gameplay showing you how fun it is. And then I never did, because I'm a boss like that. And I don't keep my promises. I do keep my promises, just a little late. So anyways, finally got some pistol gameplay. This was kind of the same time I was playing with the Sledgehammer, which was my previous video. But yeah, pistol's really fun to use. There's really nothing to say about it. Speaking of nothing to say, there's really nothing to say about Resistance 3 anymore, because people either play it, or they don't play it, or they love it, or they don't love it, and you're not going to change their opinion at this point. And if they don't play it, well, they probably just don't have the time, or they have a new game, and so it doesn't really matter. But I like making videos, and obviously there's enough of you that like watching them that I might as well keep doing it. But lately I've been watching a lot of Total Biscuit videos, and I shouldn't say lately, I always watch a lot of Total Biscuit videos. And for those of you who don't know, Total Biscuit is a YouTube video game commentator who largely does his duties on the PC or personal computer, but he has everything. He has a PlayStation, an Xbox, iPhone, iPad, PSP, PS Vita, 3DS, Nintendo, or not GameCube, Wii. There we go, Wii. Whew, that was difficult. But yeah, so he's a variety gamer, but he does most of his work on the PC. And after watching his videos for a long time, like he's slowly drawing me into the PC gaming crowd. And it's not less of him trying to convince me to be a PC gamer, and more of me just seeing the benefits of playing on a PC as opposed to a console. Some of the benefits obviously being better graphics. You can swap out components on your PC if they get outdated or they get fried or something. And you can do lots of other things on your PC. I mean, you can just function as your personal computer for surfing the web, or doing your homework, or doing some work for business. I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of things you can do on it. And plus, I really, really like the actual controls of the PC. I mean, it's fairly intuitive. If you're trying to shoot somebody in an FPS on a PC, you point, and you click, and you shoot, and it gets them in the head. Whereas in a console, it makes it so much more difficult. Like, I've been getting so frustrated watching people play BF3 on YouTube on a console versus a PC. The people on the PC are so much more accurate, and it's like they're probably not that much better. It's just the PC is just has such a superior control scheme. I don't know. On consoles, aiming a gun is like playing one of those games where it's a board, and then you have kind of a knob for the x-axis and a knob for the y-axis, and so you have to kind of move the knobs and roll a marble around a maze and make sure it doesn't get dropped in the hole. That's like what aiming on a console is like. It's so bad and so inefficient and so frustrating. I feel like I'd be a better gamer if I was on a PC, and so that's another reason why I really want to get a gaming PC. And so I'm not really looking for your guys' support here, because I'm definitely going to get one. It's just kind of the time scale, because of course they're expensive. Well, I guess relative. Lots of PC gamers are like, well, you can just build one for like $800. It's like, yeah, you could, but if I'm going to get a PC, I want to get a really good one, so it'd probably be more like $1,500. Probably not $2,000, but I guess if I was going super extravagant, it could be up there. Yeah, so it's just a matter of me finding the time, essentially, or the finances to fund that. So that'll be happening at some point. Now, whether it's in the next couple months or the next couple years, who knows? Probably the next couple years. But it's something I'm definitely looking forward to. Because there's just so many games on the PC that are awesome and that you can't get on consoles. For one, I'm a big fan of RTS, and RTS, of course, just given the console's control scheme, just doesn't work that well on consoles. Like, I really like StarCraft. Yeah, when I was a kid, I played Warcraft and Age of Empires, and I just really, really like those types of games. But my computer can barely run them because I have a laptop. And sure, I can run StarCraft on the lowest settings, but it's not very much fun. I want to be able to run games like that on the highest settings, because otherwise I might as well be playing on console. So, graphics, essentially performance of the game, as well as the control scheme is kind of what's driving me to PC. But I don't know. When I've been researching this, of course, talking with my console friends, a few are like, "Man, why would you get a PC? It's so much more expensive, and it's consoles are better anyways." And to that, I'm like, "Wow, really? Okay, first one, it's more expensive. Yes, definitely. All right, got me there. Definitely more expensive. But consoles are better than PCs? Excuse me. Do you know what a PC is? You can update that software all the time, and the raw processing power that you can stick into a PC and the video cards and stuff far exceeds that of a console. It's kind of a silly argument. Anybody who tries to convince me that consoles are better than PCs obviously have no idea what they're talking about. That's beside the point. But there are different benefits to each one. I would say for somebody who gaming is one of their favorite pastimes, then computer is definitely the way to go, because you're getting good quality out of the games. You can do a lot of cool stuff with the games, with mods and stuff, which is something you definitely can't do on console. And plus, there's a large variety of games you can get. So it's definitely, PCs are good for the people, dedicated gamers. But not everybody is a dedicated gamer, especially as kind of gaming is becoming more socially accepted. More people want to play, and buying a $1,000 gaming computer is just not feasible or logical, and it shouldn't be for some people. Consoles definitely are better for some rather than others. Like me, when I bought my PS3 when I was a college student, I didn't have too much money, so spending $300 on a PS3 was still a pretty big investment. Well, I wouldn't call it an investment. I guess an investment in my happiness. But yeah, it just wouldn't made sense for me to buy a computer given my resources and the amount of time I would have actually been able to spend on it. So there are definitely different markets for it, and I think that's something that people should consider when they're arguing whether consoles or computers are best. Because if you're just talking about pure tech specs, then it's no competition. PC's better. But if you're talking about value as far as your income and time you're able to spend, then that's debatable, and it kind of depends on the person. Oh, and by the way, if I sound stuffy and under the weather, it is because I am stuffy and under the weather. So I apologize for that. Please forgive me. There's not much I can do about it at this point, but I had this sweet gameplay and I wanted to get it out to you. This gameplay was actually kind of interesting because it was like a 3-on-3 for most of the game, as you'll see in the score screen, with 2 people joining our team late in the game. But yeah, I don't know, it was really fun, actually, which 3v3 games usually are boring as heck, but everybody was pretty aggressive, which I appreciated, because, and I appreciated it, and I was really surprised at, because these kids were getting dominated, hardcore. It wasn't even funny, but they stuck with it, and I respect them for that, although I gotta admit, if I was in their position, I would have quit by now, probably. But clearly, they have more integrity than I do, and are more concerned with just shooting people and not with their scores. Anyways, I'll keep you guys posted on if I am planning on buying a PC anytime soon. Right now, it's not looking like I will, just because, it would be for simply gaming purposes, and I just can't foresee myself investing that much in a piece of hardware just for fun. But if I run across a couple $100,000 sometime in the next few months, then maybe it'll happen sooner rather than later. So I think I'm going to start a Kickstarter. All right, Kickstarter, buy Cargo a PC. It's a business venture because you guys get entertainment out of it. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I will not start a Kickstarter. They probably wouldn't even let me. But it's an idea. I'll think about it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, bearing with me through my sickness. Keep calm, and super champion.